Team Fortress 2 is a sequel. Team Fortress Classic is the immediate predecessor of Team Fortress 2, and it fascinates me. Since TF2 is already a pretty old game, TFC comparatively is almost ancient. Released on April 1st, 1999, TFC celebrates its 26th birthday 1 month ago today. To ring in its silver jubilee, I'd like to do something special. I'd like to document all of the vestiges that I could find of Team Fortress Classic that we still have today in Team Fortress 2. Let's get started with the classes of Classic. Team Fortress Classic has a total of 10 official classes: the Scout, the Sniper, the Soldier, the Demolitions Man, the Combat Medic, the Heavy Weapons Guy, the Pyromaniac, the Spy, the Engineer, and the Civilian, exclusive to the VIP game mode. Team Fortress 2 has 9 core classes that made a return from Team Fortress Classic. The Civilian did not survive the development process. The new class order is as follows: the Scout, the Soldier, the Pyro, the Demoman, the Heavy, the Engineer, the Medic, the Sniper, and the Spy. As you may have noticed, the class order was different back then. The classic lineup was based on class release, Heavy through Engineer being later additions to Quake Team Fortress. This was changed in Team Fortress 2 with the new categorization of offense-defense support. Interestingly, Loadout.tf still uses the classic mercenary order. I wonder if internally the classes are still in that original order. Only Scout and Demoman retain their classic class number. The health of each class in TF2 is roughly equivalent to the effective health, that is, combining health and the lost armor mechanic, of TFC. There were no unlockable weapons, and that means no subclasses could exist. No Demo Knight, no Trolldier, and no Huntsman. TFC was the golden age of Battle Medic, however. The TFC Scout had much more of a supportive role, being focused on capturing flags rather than skirmishing. TFC Scout could also remove enemy spy disguises by running into them. Imagine if that was still around today. Spy has it hard enough. The Medic quite honestly fit the role of modern Scout better. Speaking of weapons, there are a total of 6 weapons to be adapted by name from TFC into TF2. They are the Knife, the Wrench, the Rocket Launcher, the Grenade Launcher, the Flamethrower, and the Sniper Rifle. These 6 are the closest to direct adaptations that survived the development process. No, the classic doesn't count. However, there's a whole series of evolutions and spiritual successors. The ubiquitous crowbar has been totally replaced by unique melee weapons tailored to the personality and aesthetic of each mercenary. These include the bat, the shovel, the fire axe, the bottle, the fists, the bone saw, and the kukri. The Scout's bat is the closest of the lot, with the original fast swing speed and low damage, although the Heavy's eviction notice arguably gets even closer. The nail gun has been well documented to have been continued as a part of TF2's early development as Scout's original primary weapon, but was historically scrapped in favor of the now iconic scattergun. Well, I'm here to completely blow your mind with an earth-shattering truth that not even the TF2 wiki will directly tell you. The Scout never actually lost the nail gun in TF2, it's just not his primary. It's his secondary. The pistol fills the same purpose as its nailgun predecessor, being a low damage but fast firing weapon. The shift in primary to secondary can be attributed to the change in Scout's design from being objective focused to skirmish focused. The pistol became a finishing tool, and its reimagined appearance helps emphasize that new role. In that vein, the Engineer's railgun has also been reflavored to be a pistol. One can only imagine this was to save development time, and because someone at Valve realized what an actual railgun looked like, the pistol also no longer takes ammo from the Engineer's metal like the railgun used to. It's my guess that this is why the Engineer's pistol has the infamous 200 reserve ammo. That number is equivalent to the metal pool. In terms of the closest weapon to what the nail gun was, you think I'm probably going to mention the syringe gun. But no, I think that the SMG was meant to be the definitive modern iteration of the original nail gun. Both Scout and Medic had their hands on the SMG during development, although it ultimately fell to Sniper exclusively in the final version. The Super Nail Gun was reworked into the syringe gun, and its combat utilities were tweaked to be deliberately awkward as a direct combat weapon. The TFC Spy also had the nail gun, but he did not hold on to it at all. In fact, he didn't even really hold on to the tranquilizer gun, since it was completely overhauled into the revolver. The slowdown did not survive the transition. However, the TFC Spy's feigned death mechanic was reintroduced by manner of the Dead Ringer unlock. The sticky bomb launcher's predecessor was the pipe bomb launcher. The projectiles fired from the pipe bomb launcher were bouncy, not sticky, but still relied on manual detonation. The pipe bomb launcher was originally going to be replaced by a bundle of dynamite, but the concept of a launcher for Demo's remote explosives returned for the final game. The sticky bomb launcher's model is wholly original, as the pipe bomb launcher originally shared the same model of the TFC grenade launcher, only with a lowered sight. The Demo Man's det pack might have been tested during the early stages of the game, its sound effects being recycled into the little beeps a payload cart makes before it blows up. The single barrel shotgun and the double barrel shotguns were combined into one multi-class weapon, the shotgun. Tier 2 stock shotgun is a sawed-off single barrel, but it has the stronger properties of the double barrel. The TFC Scout ironically only have the single barrel, while the Tier 2 Scout scatterguns are the only double barrels in all of TF2 if we're talking about the weapon models. The TFC Pyro's incendiary cannon has been adapted in a couple of ways. The detonator and squirt shot could be considered adaptations being projectile-based incendiary secondaries, but the Dragon's Fury feels like the true physical successor for the incendiary cannon. Look at the models side by side. Let's just say, I wasn't the only other person to notice. The medkit was originally going to be adapted into a syringe, but ultimately was split into two different weapons, the medigun and the bone saw. As I mentioned earlier, the Classic is not a direct adaptation of the TFC rifle, but does retain the OG's unique ability to charge while unscoped. The TF2 version, however, has a body shot penalty and the inability to headshot until fully charged. The TFC rifle obviously did not share these attributes with the Classic. The Classic also lost the slowdown on leg shot ability, which puzzles me since it went from a rival with a great body shot ability to one that disincentivizes body shotting. Still my favorite rifle though, uncontested. I'd like to talk about the TFC Heavy. He's going to be eating good later, but for now I have to talk about the cut content that cuts so deep on a personal level. The Assault Cannon. The TFC Heavy's big chain gun was redesigned into the modern Heavy's minigun, affectionately named Sasha. That's not the part that crushes me though. During the early patches of Jungler Inferno, a group of workshop weapon models were leaked with the update. Among them was the Assault Cannon. I love TFC, and I've been a Heavy main since Meet Your Match. I held out hope that maybe we'd get this weapon if the Heavy update ever came around, but that hope is dwindling. I'm going to break the hearts of many with this reveal as well, but Medic had not one but two shotguns. Battle medics around the world shall mourn this revelation. God, the TFC Medic rules. Lastly, let's talk grenades. All classes were going to have a type of throwable grenade to supplement their basic kit. They were cut for encouraging spam-focused gameplay. All classes would have had the basic hand grenade, which survives on Soldier's Bandolier and on the MVM upgrade station. The Bear Trap can also be found on that same upgrade station. Pyro's Napalm Grenade also lives on as a cosmetic addition to their character design. The Demo Man scrapped Dynamite Pack secondary was an adaptation of the Merv Grenade shared by the Gary Schwartz duo. The TF2 Medic traded the Concussion Grenade for the Heal Grenade. The Scout exclusively held on to the Concussion Grenade, further implying that the devs wanted to take the old class role the TFC Medic ended up with.